This is John Colo with DiscountJuicers.com. Today we have another exciting episode for you. In this episode, because we are full into citrus season now, as you guys can see, got lots of fresh citrus here for you guys to juice in the Kuvings Auto10 with the optional hopper attachment. That is a must buy if you have the Kuvings Auto10. So in this episode, I'll be showing you guys two ways you could make citrus juice in the Kuvings Auto10 juicer. The first way is using an optional citrus attachment that I actually have right here made by Kuvings. This is an optional purchase. You can buy this in addition to your juicer. This will basically, theoretically, make your juicer into a citrus reamer. That is a very simple appliance. You cut the orange in half, put it on the reamer, and ream out the juice. My personal opinion is that I would say save your money, because as we will learn in a little bit, the Kuvings Auto10, as it comes when you buy it, can juice citrus and even make a better citrus juice, in my opinion, and based on the science, than their citrus attachment. So let's get into this video where I share with you guys the best way to make citrus juice in your Kuvings Auto10 that is actually 11 times more nutritious than traditional orange juice you may have bought at the store. Alright, so the first step is I want to share with you guys this optional citrus attachment that you guys can buy for your Kuvings Auto10. Kuvings also makes this for some of their other juicers as well. This is the citrus attachment, and all you literally do is you take off the whole amazing Kuvings Auto10 top set, put it to the side, and then you take the citrus attachment, drop it on top, and now instantly you've converted your Kuvings Auto10 into a citrus juicer. So I'm going to show you guys how easy this works. We got some navel oranges here. We're going to cut up and cut in half, and we're going to go ahead and juice in one hot second. All right, so this is your standard oranges. I do recommend you juice Valencias whenever possible. They do tend to make more juice than the navels. So now we're going to go ahead and juice the oranges. So to juice oranges with the Kuvings Auto10 citrus attachment, you're going to go ahead, number one, turn the machine on. Number two, take off the dust cover. Number three, take the orange and put it on top. And this machine just spins around, and you just hold this down, and it basically spins out the orange juice, much like any traditional citrus reamer would. And you guys can see it's basically got all the juice out of the orange. So I'm going to go ahead and juice the rest of these oranges for you guys. Alright, last orange getting juice. This has all worked very well. I will say the sieve here caught a lot of pulp that just kind of seemed to ball up in one ball. Definitely this is not my favorite citrus reamer for sure. What I would probably do is actually I'd make this more kind of like wider, because I made this very narrow. We're going to go ahead and shut it off. As you guys can see, there's like literally a big ball of the citrus that just kind of collected, because this is kind of more narrow. Definitely not my favorite. The other thing, I'll go ahead and press down the citrus pulp to kind of squeeze out any additional juice. Other thing, once I take this off, I'm going to just go ahead and put it on the dust cover so it doesn't leak everywhere. Next up, we're going to go ahead and pour out the orange juice that we made with the Kuvings Auto10. Alright, looks amazing. Made in the Kuvings Auto10 citrus attachment. This is the first way you guys could make the traditional orange juice. It's just literally squeezed out. I personally would call this orange water. That's what I learned it as from Jay Kordich, formerly known as the Juice Man, because literally you're extracting the liquid with a small amount of nutrition from the orange. But there are ways you get significantly more nutrition out of oranges, and that's what I'm going to show you guys right now. Alright, so instead of using the citrus attachment that you can buy as an optional accessory for the Kuvings, I'm going to say don't bother. I'm going to say, you know, just use your Auto10. I would say you do want to buy the optional hopper attachment. Link down below to my video if you guys haven't seen the video on the hopper attachment. This hopper attachment is literally $29.99 less my coupon code DJ10. It's going to get it to you guys for 27 bucks. It's going to increase your hopper size on the Auto 10 to 4.3 liters, which is the largest hopper on any home juicer. So you guys just learned how you can make traditional orange juice in the Kuvings Auto 10 with their citrus attachment, and that honestly, guys, is how most of the world makes their orange juice, just with a standard inexpensive reamer, whether you guys want to buy the attachment or just get a dedicated reamer, even just hand ream it with a ceramic or glass one that I did when I was a kid. Nonetheless, because you guys own or hopefully buy the Auto 10, you guys can extract a greater level of nutrients out of the citrus. And I'm going to share with you guys my 2 tips to do that. Number 1 tip is I want you guys to choose more nutritious oranges. Because it is citrus season right now, you guys can select from juicing different kinds of citrus. And I'm going to show you guys the most nutritious kind of orange to juice right now. I look up these published studies for you guys so that you don't have to. And here's the study. I'll post a link down below. It's actually called Bioactive Compounds, Antioxidant Activity and Fruit Quality Evaluation of 11 Blood Orange Cultivars. So blood oranges, if you think what is blood, blood's like red or deep purple. And that's what blood oranges are. Blood oranges are deep reddish purple color. So you guys can see here in the back of the study, you can see, we'll throw it up on the screen, different orange juices have different colors. Some are kind of more actually looking like this one that we just made, and some are a lot more reddish purple color. And we're going to throw up some data from this published study. I made a graph here, so we're just going to go ahead and throw up this graph on the screen for you guys, and you guys can see it. It's a comparison of bioactive components between standard or like orange juice, that's orange, versus like the deep colored blood orange juice. It's kind of more purplish red. You guys can see on this chart, the standard orange juice is in blue, and you can see the polyphenols per 100 grams, once again based on study data, is 163.1 compared to 188.9 polyphenols in the blood oranges. Next up are antioxidants, 82.1 versus 129.8. So there's a larger margin of antioxidants in the blood orange juice. And then if we look at anthocyanins, this is what makes the blood oranges red or purple. Traditional oranges don't have this anthocyanin content. Anthocyanin can also be found in things like purple carrots. Also things like blueberries. That's why they say blueberries are so good, is because of the anthocyanins. So the blood oranges also have these anthocyanins that are very important, can help modulate our microbiome, feed our microbiome, make us more resilient, and recover even from some metabolic damage that I have seen in published studies. So of course, the anthocyanin content of blood oranges, 133.1, and in regular oranges, zip, 0. And then because we have the anthocyanin content in there, you can see the flavonoid content is 326 in the standard oranges, and it is just literally over double the amount in the blood oranges. So this is actually very impressive. And when you go to the store, you could buy blood oranges or traditional oranges. Go for the blood oranges, because as you guys learned, it's a lot more nutritious. So yeah, we're going to go ahead and share some tips on picking out blood oranges for you guys. If you guys go to the store and buy blood oranges and it says blood oranges and they're all like orange on the outside, I would kind of like walk away. They may be picked too early, or they may be a variety of blood orange that don't get super deep purple on the inside. How you know if they're super deep red purple on the inside is, instead of getting the ones that are mostly orange, right? If we spin this around, you guys can see there is some red to it. You guys want to try to find ones that are, you know, as red as possible. So like, for example, here's a good one. This is like mostly orange on this side, but if we spin this one around, like all the way around, it's basically dark colored reddish blush. Some of them will actually even be kind of a purplish color. So you want it to be more fully deeper purple as possible, and that's a sign that there's more anthocyanins and give me more nutritious fruit. You saw me cut the other orange open earlier, and you guys can see when I cut these oranges open, they're almost like purple red. They're deep colored, like not almost as deep as like blueberries actually. This is why these are way healthier than traditional oranges. Yes, you could ream these out as well and get a more nutritious orange juice, but I want you guys to take it up a notch to the next level to get nutrients out of these blood oranges or even traditional oranges that most people never do, once again, based on the published studies. So we have another study I want to share with you guys today. Right here, we'll throw it up on the screen. It's entitled Phytochemicals and Antioxidant Activity of Juice, Flavonoid, Albedo, and Commutated Orange. So basically the flavonoid is the outer coloring of the orange. This part has some indigestible chemicals. While it is quite nutritious, may give you gas, belching, and burping, and in high quantities may not be healthy for you. It may be toxic. That being said, the other part of it is if you look underneath the skin before we get to the flesh, you see the white pith, right? The white pith on these blood oranges are actually quite thick. This part is called the albedo, and this is where there is significant nutrition that if you're just reaming out your oranges, you are not getting. So let's go ahead and throw up table number 3 from this study right here, and it's called Total and Free Phenolic Contents of Valencia Orange Fractions and Commutated Orange. So you guys can see if we look at total polyphenol contents of lot 1, 2 or 3 actually in the juice, it's averaging 140 to 151 on their scale of milligrams per 100 grams of total polyphenols. But then if we go down to the albedo, once again, that white pith part, right, you could see instead of 147 in lot 1, we go to 553, which is definitely over 3 times the amount of polyphenols. In lot 2, it goes from 140 to 730. I mean, I don't even know, guys. What is that? That's like at least like 4 times, getting near 5 times. And lot number 3, we go from 151 to 667. So that's maybe 2.5 times more of the phenolic or polyphenol compounds in the albedo. Normally, once again, you throw these out, but I'm going to show you guys how you guys could get the nutrition out of them by using the Kuvings Auto10. All right. Next, we're going to throw up another part of the study. This is table number 4. This is flavonoids. So the flavonoids are another major component of the oranges that make it healthy. And this chart gets pretty crazy. So we're just going to look at lot 1 and go down to the TF at the bottom, which is basically total flavonoids. So of the juice, the total flavonoids was a whopping 65.3. And if we go down to the albedo total flavonoids, it's 1,728. I mean, what percentage increase is that? It is a significant increase. And when you just drink juice and throw out the albedo like I did in those orange peels, you are losing considerable amount of nutrition. That's why I want you guys to juice your oranges in the Kuvings Auto10 so you guys can extract nutrition from the albedo, get it in your juice. That's also going to add more fiber to your juice, some of the soluble fiber known as pectin that can also help feed our microbiome and help regulate the blood sugar, okay? So now let's go ahead and bring these 2 studies together. Now, instead of drinking standard traditional orange juice, you guys are now going to use the blood oranges, which are an improvement, a significant improvement in nutrition. And then you're also going to juice the white pith, which even adds more nutrition. So we're going to throw up this final chart that I created where you guys could see the polyphenols. And in a standard orange juice, such as this one, 163.1, if you drink the blood orange juice with the albedo, you're going to get about 267.2 polyphenols, and that's basically 69% more polyphenols. For antioxidants, in a standard orange juice, you're getting 82.1, and in my blood orange juice that I'll be making in a second with the albedo, you'll be getting 758. This is no joke, guys. This is 9.24 times more, or 824% more antioxidants by just using a different orange, and more importantly, using a different extraction method. Finally, on the flavonoids, 6.0 on the standard orange. On the blood orange with the albedo, you're going to be getting 7,813.6, which is an increase of 22,096% more, or 23.96 times more flavonoids. So you could build your health, get healthier by using the right equipment and choosing the right produce the first time. And I'm so glad I get to share this information with you, because nobody else on YouTube is sharing with you guys this kind of information, because I want you to be able to take your health to the next level. Not only by using the right equipment, but showing you guys how to use the right equipment and showing you guys the published studies so that you guys know the data. Hey, and if you guys want to still drink your orange juice that's just squeezed out because this is what you know and love as a kid, and you love the flavor, you love the taste, and you don't give a crap about the nutrition, and you don't care about the nutrition, then go for it. But if you're like me and got into juicing because you had failing health, or want to build your health, or don't want to lose your health in the first place, then you definitely want to heed my words and start juicing your oranges like this. So let me go ahead and show you guys my technique to make it quick and easy to get the most nutrition out of oranges. All right, so now we're going to go ahead and juice in the Auto 10, but you can't just throw the whole oranges in there. I mean, the machine could handle it, but once you make the juice with the outer rind, it's going to taste bitter, it's going to taste off, and if you drink too much of it, you could get sick. So, you know, the normal way people would do this is you would basically just take a knife. I like to cut off the top, cut off the bottom, and then, you know, work my way around the citrus, making sure I get all the coloring off, but keep as much white pith as possible. So I'm trying to cut as close to the surface, because as you've learned with carrots and other fruits and vegetables, a lot of nutrition is in or near the skin. So we want to try to just cut off the outer coloring, because it has the compounds in there to prevent bugs from eating the citrus, and we don't want to be eating those in any high quantities at all. So that's why I'm cutting off all the coloring. Now, of course, some guys might want to basically cut off even all the white pith, which then that'll lower your nutrition, but also increase the sweetness of the juice. These days, my goal is to actually drink nutrient-dense juices, you know, that have very little sweetness, right, but as much nutrition as possible. That's why I generally recommend not to juice fruits, actually. And if you do juice fruits, stick to the 80-20 rule. So if you're going to be juicing a lot of citrus like I do, and you don't want to basically cut off the outer coloring manually, that's where I get into more equipment. I'm a machine, gadget, kitchen guy, crazy. So basically I have what's called an orange peel professional. This is also known as the Peelamatic. If you guys are interested in buying this unit, they're less than $100 on Amazon. Link down below to my Amazon shop so you guys could pick up one of these. They are amazing. And so what you do is you take the citrus, you basically just lift this little arm up, you center it on the bottom there, and then you put this little tab in there on the top. Then all you do is you hold down the on button to get it going. And you guys can see instantly it basically goes up the whole citrus and peels off just the outer coloring, leaving all the white pith that we want to juice, right? Check it out, guys. Look at that perfect job done in an instant. I'll then go ahead and take a knife and I'll cut off a little bit on the top that it wasn't able to get. And of course, the little bit on the bottom, it wasn't able to get as well. And we're going to go ahead and now throw that in the Kuvings Auto 10. So we're going to count how many oranges I put in there. That's 1, there's 2. And let's go ahead and see how many of these blood oranges I could fit in the Auto 10 Plus with the 4.3 liter hopper. So to save you guys some time, we're just going to go ahead and speed this part of the video up for you guys and come back at you when I got this unit fully loaded. All right, this is the 17th blood orange going into the machine. I could maybe fit one more, but I'm already past the fill line. So we got 17 blood oranges in there. We're gonna go ahead and cram down this lid. Once again, we just peeled them, cut them off, made simple with the Peelamatic. 17 blood oranges are in there. Now we're just gonna go ahead and turn this machine on. The amazing thing about the Kuvings Auto 10 is that it has a processing blade in the bottom. It basically pre-cuts and will juice for you without you. Whereas on the Reamer, you gotta like hold each one there and ream it out, let the juice come out. What it is, as you guys can see, it's spinning around. We instantly got the blood red purple juice coming out, and all the pulp is coming out super dry. So while this is going, we're gonna go ahead and clean up the Peelamatic. It does spray like citrus oil on it, so we're just gonna go ahead and have to spray it off. But that's the amazing thing about the Kuvings Auto10. Once you do all the prep, put everything in there, you literally could just walk away and let the machine juice without you. Alright, so as you guys can see, the Kuvings Auto10 is just about done juicing all the blood oranges that we put in there. And as you guys can see, we have basically this pulp here. It's just basically squeezed out. If I squeeze it, I mean, I'm not seeing any juice drip out. I'm just seeing sheer pulp. There's no juice I could squeeze out with my hand because the Kuvings has done an amazing job squeezing out the white pith or albedo and the fruit itself. So now you can see basically juicing 17 smaller blood oranges. We got approximately 4 cups of juice. The most nutritious orange juice money can't buy. If you notice when I'm pouring it out, it's really nice and thick, right? It's not coming out like water. You guys can see this juice is actually already separated because we're, once again, mostly extracting out the citrus water. With this, it's a really nice thick juice, more like a nectar because we've juiced that white pith. That white pith adds lots of pectin in there, which makes it a little bit more thick, gives it significantly more nutrition, as you guys saw, so that this juice overall, once again, throwing up my chart, is over 11 times overall more nutritious than the traditional orange juice. Now we're going to go ahead and taste test this more nutritious orange juice for you. Wow. That's my kind of orange juice, guys. I'll tell you first up, straight up, it's not that sweet, actually. If I taste this, it's really sweet. So if you're looking for a sweet orange juice, maybe you want to dilute some of this into there. But what you're going to get with this, when you taste this, it's as thick as a nectar. So it's like, has a better mouthfeel. It's not as thin. I personally taste like raspberries, like a berry flavor on these. I mean, they often sell the blood oranges as raspberry oranges, actually, because of the deep color, and they kind of are more reminiscent of berries than like a citrus, because they have different kind of like flavonoids that taste a bit different. There's a mild sweetness to this because it's down-regulated by all the fiber, so it doesn't just go directly in your tongue and hit you. To me, this is actually quite pleasant. And personally, I've gotten used to, drinking juices that are not quite as sweet. And I would encourage you guys to drink more nutritious juices. As you guys learned in this episode, with the Kuvings Auto10, as it comes from the factory, you guys could juice the citrus. You just need to peel off that outer coloring. And of course, choose the blood oranges whenever you guys can to get a deep, rich, purple, anthocyanin-rich juice that has significantly more flavonoids, antioxidants, polyphenols, and of course, rich in anthocyanins, so you guys can improve your health by drinking the orange juice. So if you guys want to save 10% off the Kuvings Auto10 and even the Hopper extension to make your own high-quality, most nutritious citrus juice in the Auto10, make sure you guys use the coupon code DJ10 at kuvingsusa.com. That'll save you guys 10% off your purchase, giving you guys the lowest price on the Kuvings Auto10. Now, when you guys use that coupon code, not only will you get the lowest price, but also Kuvings will share with me a small commission so I can continue to look up the published studies, share with you guys the data, share with you guys my special techniques that I've learned over the last 30 years juicing myself for health so that you guys could take your health to the next level, because other channels aren't concerned about your health. They just want to show you how to just throw in citrus and get juice like the old-fashioned way. But I'm here if you guys want to learn how to do it the best way to get the most nutrition and extract more nutrients phytonutrients, polyphenols, flavonoids, vitamins, and minerals out of your fruits and vegetables. So I want to thank you guys so much who have used my coupon code or will use my coupon code instead of others. It allows me to continue to make these videos, pay my light bill, pay my produce bill, pay my video editor, and all the other expenses I have just living life here. So I appreciate you guys so much, and I really hope you guys learned and enjoyed this episode learning about how to make more nutritious citrus juice. If you guys did, please be sure to give this video a big thumbs up. Also, more importantly, share this with other people that are concerned about their health, that want to maximize their phytonutrients so that they can learn how with the Kuvings Auto10 and that Peelamatic peeler, you guys could extract 11 times more nutrition overall than drinking traditional citrus juice alone. Also, be sure to click that subscribe button right down below so you don't miss out on my new and upcoming episodes. I'll be coming out every 5 to 7 days. You never know what new juicer unboxing, what new juicers I'll be comparing against each other, or what new juicing knowledge bombs or nutrition facts I'll be sharing with you. So make sure you click the little bell so you get notified as many videos come out. And finally, be sure to check out past episodes. Past episodes are a wealth of knowledge. Over 800 episodes at this time on this channel dedicated to you guys all about the different appliances that allow you to extract the most nutrition out of fruits and vegetables and other plant foods. So with that, my name is John Kohler with DiscountJuicers.com. Be sure to visit DiscountJuicers.com/YouTube for special promotional offers for our YouTube visitors.